There's something you throw away every week. Every single week, without thinking. It goes straight to the trash, along with the onion peel and the broccoli stalk. You don't even look twice. But somewhere in the world, there are people who take exactly that, put it in a glass of water, leave it on the windowsill, and in less than 10 days they're harvesting free food indoors, in the middle of winter, without soil, without fertilizer, without any experience. And the most disconcerting thing is that this practice is hundreds of years old. It's not a TikTok trend. It's not a sustainability blog fad. It's something grandmothers knew, mothers forgot, and the current generation is rediscovering now, with a speed that is surprising even urban horticulture experts. The technical name is regrowth. The simple name is, to make it grow again. And the main ingredient is in your refrigerator right now. The scallions. That bunch you bought, used half the green part, and left the white part with the wilting root in the vegetable drawer. That's it. That's exactly what you were about to throw away tomorrow morning. That insignificant piece, that remnant that has no apparent value whatsoever, is capable of completely regenerating itself in clean water, without any special intervention, producing new and fresh leaves for weeks, sometimes for months, if you know the bare minimum about what you're doing. And the bare minimum is almost nothing. You take the white stump with roots. You put it in a glass with enough water to cover the roots, but not the white part. You leave it near a window with indirect light. You change the water every 2 days. In 48 hours, you already see something happening. In 5 days, you have new green leaves tall enough to cut and use in the kitchen. In 10 days, the whole glass looks like a mini vertical garden. And while you're cutting the green that has grown, the plant is already producing the next cycle. It's a biological machine of continuous renewal, and it works with tap water and window light. Nothing more. But here begins the part that nobody really tells you. Most people try it once, it works, they're impressed, they show it to someone, and they forget about it. Back to the cycle of buying, using half, throwing away. What separates those who turn this into a real system from those who do it once out of curiosity is one thing: intentional scaling. It's not complicated. It's just a decision to repeat the process with more than 1 cup at the same time, in a staggered way, so that when 1 cup is in the harvest cycle, another is already in the initial growth cycle. 3 cups. Sometimes 4. In the same window. And suddenly you have fresh scallions available every week, without going to the market, without spending anything, without any special skill other than remembering to change the water. That seems small. And it is small. But small is exactly where everything that later becomes a habit begins, and every habit that becomes a habit begins to change the way you think about your relationship with food, with waste, with what you discard without thinking. Because after the scallions, you start to look at other things differently. The celery stalk. That wide, fibrous base that you cut off before separating the stalks. Place it in shallow water, cut side up, and in a few days you'll see new leaves sprouting from the center, small and tender, perfect for salad. The process is slower than that of chives, taking between 1 and 2 weeks to have enough volume to harvest, but the texture of the new leaves is completely different from the mature celery you bought. They are softer, more aromatic, with that slightly sweet taste that disappears in the adult plant. Lettuce too. When you buy a whole head of romaine or iceberg lettuce and use the outer leaves, a compact heart remains with the cut base. This base, placed in shallow water, in 2 or 3 days, begins to open new leaves from the center outwards. It won't reproduce a whole head of lettuce, but it will produce enough leaves for a small salad, for a sandwich, to decorate a dish. And it will produce at a speed that you will find almost absurd the first time you see it happening. Basil. If you bought a bunch of fresh basil and have some leftover stems with leaves, you can put those stems in water and they will develop roots in a week. After the roots appear, you can leave them in water, and the plant will continue to grow and produce leaves for months. Or you can transplant them into soil and have a permanent basil plant in your kitchen. All starting from a stem that was going to waste. And this is where things start to get really interesting. Because it's not just about economics. It's not just about sustainability, although it is that too. It's about what happens psychologically when you start to see the results of something you made with your own hands, inside your home, with zero investment. There's a specific effect that behavioral researchers call the IKEA effect, which is the tendency to assign disproportionate value to things you've created or assembled yourself. And this effect is even more powerful when what you've created is food. When you harvest the scallions that grew in your cup and use them in your omelet, that omelet tastes different. Not chemically different. Psychologically different. You are a part of it in a way that doesn't happen when you buy everything ready-made at the market. This changes something that's hard to name but very easy to feel. There are people who started with a cup of scallions on the windowsill and 6 months later have an entire wall of fresh herbs, producing scallions, mint, parsley, basil, and even some varieties of lettuce in rotation, supplying the kitchen almost continuously. Not because they have special space. Not because they have special light. Because they added one cup at a time, learning the rhythm of each plant, adjusting what didn't work, and building a living system. Inside the apartment. And the most important part of this is that none of these people had any experience before starting. None. Most said they didn't have a green thumb. That they killed plants. That they weren't born for gardening. And the turning point was precisely understanding that it's not gardening. It's something different. It's simpler than gardening. It's closer to the kitchen than the garden. It's a gesture of resourcefulness that anyone can do on the first try, without failing, without needing any prior knowledge. The only real requirement is attention. Not much. 2 minutes every 2 days to change the water. A second of observation as you pass by the window. A small dose of curiosity to understand what each plant needs. With that, the system works on its own. Biology takes care of the rest. Now, if you're thinking this is good for those who live in a house with a garden, think again. This was developed specifically for small spaces. For apartments. For people who don't have a garden, don't have a balcony, don't have perfect lighting. A window facing any direction that receives at least a few hours of indirect light per day is enough. A small windowsill that fits 3 glasses is enough. A kitchen counter near the window is enough. The system doesn't need space. It adapts to the space you have. And there's a detail that almost no one mentions, but that makes all the difference for those who live in apartments: the visual impact. Glasses with plants growing on the windowsill change the aesthetics of the kitchen in a way that is difficult to replicate with any purchased decoration. There's a life there. A movement. A green color that pulsates and grows visibly from one day to the next. This has an effect on the environment that goes beyond the functional. People who receive visitors at home and have this type of setup in the kitchen report that it is always the first point of conversation. Always. Everyone asks. Everyone wants to know how to do it. Because it looks sophisticated, but it's the opposite of sophisticated. It seems to require a lot, but it requires almost nothing. This contradiction is the heart of the matter. So start now. Not tomorrow. Not when you buy a special glass or a pretty tray or research more about the subject. Now. Next time you use scallions and have leftover white roots, don't throw them away. Take any glass, fill it with water until it covers the roots, place it on the nearest windowsill in your kitchen, and wait. In 2 days you'll see why this practice has stood the test of time, crossed generations, and is now being rediscovered by millions of people around the world at the same time. The food you were discarding was waiting to grow. It just needed you to stop throwing it away. If you've made it this far, you already know more than most people about how to turn waste into harvest. Now tell me in the comments, what's the ingredient you throw away every week and never imagined could grow again? Write it below. I can tell you exactly what to do with it. And if you want to see the next video on how to scale this system for fresh herbs all year round, subscribe now and turn on notifications, because this content doesn't appear in the feed of those who aren't subscribed. If this video gave you a new idea, a like tells me it was worth making. Until next time.